All right, y'all, the T-Rogue Jam, the Trojan horse, is setting up and turning on right now as Trump is doing the Greenland plays, the Cold War turning hot. We have ICE, the so-called military police, coming in, and we got people calling to arms as far as are the police going to do their job and stand up to these militant New World Order police, and these types of things is playing on, okay? So we got different stacks of reality as all things are coming into a little golden ratio. And we were shown some things in the past. The Suez Canal that lasted your 6 days, 7 hours. The evergreen for your Christmas tree going on right now. If Trump's inauguration day, 1/20, is the new year, it's 12/19, 12/20 today, so Christmas is coming up under his calendar, so to speak, his program. And that was a Panama flagged container. He sent the troops down to train in Panama recently. He has them training in the Arctic too as well, that we've been shown. The 224 ton, that's the 22 for your Revelation 22, your 24 on 9/11 that we're in right now, as the 25 is carrying over. This 25 carried this time over. We've been tracking these things as your part 2. Part 3 is playing in the theater. That theater is right now as the 8th year on the woman clothed in the sun is on the earth, and that last supper, the last sub pair and whatever. The Titan sub was shown in the Northeast. It went down. This Bella, that attaches us to the Disney cartoons on one level, and the bells ringing in the ears, the silver bells, the jingle bells, the jungle bells, the June fan for the Hebrews Lee, who turned 85. He ties to the dragon. The king ties to your king spirit, who turns 91 today. So tomorrow he's 91 and 1 day. Or you get the 90 and 91 and 2 days. But that's going to connect you to different levels of the matrix, as far as tomorrow being a 9/1/1 crowning in other parts of the world, and then America is 191. Okay, so the Bella leaves on 8/1/25. The summit high stakes meeting on 8/15, 111/112 days after Melania turned 55. Matt Damon is now recently in the news, who's 55. And tomorrow, the 8-month 15th day of Melania being 8/55 lines up, and Matt Damon's stuff going on right now is tied to MIT, Tim on the backside for your Goodwill Hunting, and that attaches you to the Renee Nicole Good, and the ICE agents for driving the Nissan Titan truck. So the Honda Pilot, the Han, is tied to Enter the Dragon. It's also day 358 left in the year. That's the flip on the 85 backside, and the 58 is also the flip on the 85, and that's also, these are tying in some markers as far as infrared vision, when like Melania's 55 and some other key people, or Elon and such. But so like the 85 to the 58 marker. Either way, the Matt Damon is talking about the walk around 185 to 200 pounds and some matrix math. You can get the day 358 to tomorrow, and then you can also get the 8/15 day for the high stakes summit meeting and those types of things. Either way, the evergreen container, Suez Canal, that kind of thing showing, and then it being tracked, the Bella being tracked and going through the certain area, and the things that it says is needs for Venezuela to collect the oil. So that's the tacos and the oil and the etc. The Torah. 12/17/25, January 1, January 6th, January 7th. So January 12th to January 1 it went into dark mode. Okay, so as it went into dark mode, it went up the Atlantic. Okay, so who knows what it dropped off in the water or whatever kind of thing. And this can be where kind of that remote device, and where they've realized maybe something here, and they've been tracking this, that, and the other kind of thing. And this is where you have Elon Musk inside the borders with interballistic missiles, basically. And then he has this Starlink, and then you have the spy satellites, or spy rig supposedly, in the Gulf of Mexico owned by China, and these over here, and then on the northwest, and then the balloons in the sky and whatever else. So different things stacking up. So this is where the Don's coming in and doing this, that, and the other. And then it's also the new world order in a way. So he's coming in and ordering, hey, I want this for America, I want this for America, and whatever else. And then Japan owns the debt, most of the debt for America, so they could step up and be like, no, you're not doing it. So we might get another Hiroshima kind of thing. And either way, folks, so the mothership on Iran's been mentioned in one way, shape, or form. These drones have been mentioned in one way, shape, or form. The mothership in China's been mentioned with hundreds of thousands of drones. The Mexican army of hundreds of thousands being called up. All these things are the Shannon bomb, the Tenenbaums for the Royal Tenenbaums. The UK's being mentioned as far as the Russian subsurfacing up there and protecting their stuff and whatever's going on. So you could see how this tanker could have dropped some stuff. And it's why you wear like a tankinis and all those kinds of things. The tank tops at the beaches, and since things have been flipped upside down with the pyramids and the flip-flops and the sands of time and whatever else, that means the sugar starts falling out first, and they're the ones that hit the ground first. And so I just can't believe they're telling me the fat's good for me now. Well, it's because you've been parkayed up for that hole-in-one session and that plastic. And that's why they're also telling you that they found a fungus or a mushroom that eats plastics or whatever, because y'all are going to be consuming these things eventually to cleanse out your body and rebuild your third temple, as that third temple's been built up in one way, shape, or form, usually round, and then it's goes from there. So the U.S. military monitors, that's a lizard. All right, lizard hatching. You got the horse rider coming in. Basically, you've had the dragon year, the serpent year. These have hatched different levels of whatever. Okay, as the king has been here, the corona, the trumpets sounded long time ago. 2020 is when the dark sun corona and all these things came to honor him as he was leaving, and the Abaddon came in for the Abaddon of Revelation 9:11, which is your 45-47. So the Iran, I believe it was, they passed through Panama Canal, and then Mexico and China, they have a new port built up. So this is where all these stacks of time, and the BRICS is about to be turned on, as we've seen these things turn on, but we're living, this is where kind of Bitcoin and these things are absorbing these things upon America and such, and basically the penny has gotten, we don't need the penny anymore because you got your dollar. Okay? So they're telling you your dollar's not even worth a penny. And all that stuff is about to be flipped on you. And that's where you're giving your coins and your pennies back. Where'd my millions of dollars go? Well, that actually is a sign of collapse and of actually being broke and poor in a different level or whatever. So this is where it's all this so-called spirit based on the carnal is all going to be a dark sun and be given to y'all in one way, shape, or form, whether it's this year, next year, or the next 20 years, while Hades, so-called Pluto, the Doge, the dog, the yellow dog, and the dog, the yellow, takes you to the green with the blue, the sky. And the sky and all that has the moon and the sun in it, and the sun's the yellow, and all that stuff is coming together. And we go, yeah, ow, it hurt. All right, so all those things are taking place as the serpents and the dragon and the snake that haven't hatched yet are going to be hatched by the horse rider and the years to follow. And we'll see the monkey year in no time. So that chicken, that cock-a-doodle-doo, all that will be hitting the pavement some way. And that police, the lice, we all used to get checked for lice in school. All that's going to play a role as your RNA and the messaging system. And now they have the live Cujo series as far as your veterinarian. And those things going on there. That's a self-replicating live thing that where you just go lie with the beast, or you just get so fucking angry in your heart. I just want to rip his head off. Just want to bite his ear. That'll be the old Mike Tyson star seed rising up inside of you as the Red Queen comes to show you that Hive Nation. That booze pussy. T-pussy. That little spaghetti session for a little live car loan. Car Elon Capone, Cap 1. All these little star seeds be rising up in you soon enough as the old Anus comes over the throne. That dark sun shining a lot. Old Cyclops coming. As you got that David coming with that slingshot. Okay, so little side trolls there. But yeah, it's probably a good time to tell some jokes because these things are going to turn serious here. And we got kind of that leave this world behind session going on where we got the tanker here. We got these things going on over here with those pamphlets. And we got the Iran. And the bucks. And the deer. And your Gus. Your purple. Your purple, sick party. You're sick as the green. So your purple, all these things kind of branch out as you're going into that cave in the China. And then your China's the one who wants the aliens and all that shit for alien Earth. The American Ninja. All that's going on right now, folks, is we got that little butterfly knife swinging in the hand. We might have to do a part 2. Yep. We'll do a part 2 here.